No, sir, I don't like it.
No way. That's impossible.
What's crackin', my fellow otaku-satsu? Today we have the Shin Godzilla, or Shin Godzilla figure from SHMA, SH MonsterArts, Tamashi, Bandai. The box is legit. You could unfold it and get a rad little display piece. I'm not gonna do that though, but you could. I can't sell it if I do that. It looks like one of the promotional posters. Movie-wise, Shin Godzilla gets better every time I watch it. And it's right up there with the rest of my top 3 films. I know it's still recent, so before I rank it officially in my top whatever, I'll wait a bit more. But damn, is it pretty sweet. The quote-unquote suit is pretty sweet too, which is why I'm stoked to have the original Bon Presto figure. That being said, how does the recently released SHMA hold up? Is it gooder? Less gooder? Gooder enough? Well, let's take a look. Or have some drinks and then take a look. Because to be honest, beer goggles will assist with this thing. I'm taking some shots. The sculpt is actually pretty darn good. It's very close to the on-screen version from the movie. According to Tamashi's website, they used the 3D data from the movie. There are some intricate details occasionally throughout. The spines look very cool. And the tail is very detailed as well. The tip of the tail even has the massive teeth that are prevalent. The skin folds and the flesh gaps amongst the body are there, though they seem kinda smoothed over, especially when compared to other SHMA releases. The head is reminiscent of the film, although one of the eyes seems a bit off, and I've read and heard from others that it's a common issue. The bottom jaw also looks a tad bit odd. I'm sure it was made this way in order to allow the mouth to overextend, but it looks sorta goofy when closed. And there's a prevalent underbite as well. The teeth on the inside of the mouth looks amazing though. I'm definitely a fan of how those were taken care of. And the inside of the mouth is probably the best part of this figure. I've seen a lot of these figures which have a very contrasting red neck section. Not a redneck section, but a red neck section. Luckily this one doesn't. For this price though, I'd be sorta pissed if mine came with a blatantly red neck section. And anyone who says they don't mind it is just trying to convince themselves that they're okay with the amount they spent. Fight me. Size-wise, it's a little larger than a typical SHMA figure. It comes in at about 7 or 8 inches depending on the posing. Which works with other Goji figures since Shin is larger than any other Godzilla incarnation. Though some Gojis are far smaller than others. For comparison, here's the SHMA 2014 poster version. And now some other objects to compare sizing. Here's the Bon Presto, the Bandai Eva Kiryu, a PS3 controller, the Figma Lum from the anime Urusei Yatsura, and the Marmot Godzilla 1998. How about the paint application? It is a little disappointing, to be honest. It's mostly crap. The spines and tail look like some care was taken when applying the paint, as well as the previously mentioned mouth. The claws and the teeth are well done, and the eyes look great on their own, but they're not very symmetrical. However, it's kind of close to how they look in the movie. The body looks like it received a red wash with no real rhyme or reason to the application. It just looks like someone rubbed it with a partially painted rag. And then there are bright red spots occasionally. Another paint issue I have is why is this thing so glossy? That's always been my biggest gripe with NECA figures, which they fixed with the 54 and the GMK when they went with the dry look. SHMA generally have a dry finish too, so why not here? It's so freaking shiny! That's probably why a bunch of these reviews have dark lighting. The articulation is typical on the legs, torso, and neck. And the arms are basic, and you can adjust the hands but not the fingers. The head lifts up on top to allow the whole wide gaping mouth. There's a monstrous gap in the back when you bend it over. However, there are less noticeable gaps in the joints that are typically observed with SHMA figures. It may just be this figure, but the leg joints feel very loose compared to the tightness I'm used to. And the tail separates from the body very easily. Although I did finally get a good connection on this one. I don't feel like this figure is going to break or completely fall apart in my hands though. So is it worth it? Well, if you have $100 to $150 plus shipping to gamble away, then hell yeah. But definitely not if you've been saving up just to buy something. There are better things to spend this money on. To be honest, I'm slightly disappointed by this figure. The sculpt is great, don't get me wrong, and some details are awesome, but there's more to not like than to appreciate. I understand that promotional pictures don't usually show the final product, and Tamashi CYA'd, cover your ass, by posting the warning on the website, but for this amount of money, I'd expect something closer. The paint application on the body feels lazy and sloppy, and looks substantially far from the promo images that recreated the movie poster, and the ones on the website, and even the ones on the box. I repainted my Bandai figure because of its lack of detail, but that figure wasn't $100 to $150 either. And I'm not going to repaint this one. I shouldn't have to. In closing, to repeat, I'm disappointed in this figure. And I don't like being bummed out. Boo. Shit, I could have bought drugs with this money.
Drugs? What's wrong with them? I want them.
What? Drugs would probably make me like this figure more. And you're on drugs if you think this figure is actually epic. That being said, I'm hoping for a purple atomic breath version in the future, and the hopefully better inevitable repaint. So Hakuna Matata. And until next time,
私は好きにした。君らも好きにしろ。
SHMA, SH Monster Arts, Bandai.
I talked about in my spoiler-free review. After he wakes up again, that's the first time that you